My internet's being a massive jerk right now, so hopefully this goes through. Hi. The computer is tower. That fucked up. The computer case is a mid-tower. Just watch this again and watch how much I just completely failed at saying that the first time. You can look up the measurements if you like. It's a Cooler Master Storm Scout. It's a scout because you can, like, move it and shit. Yeah. Mobility and swift intelligence. Yeah. I had an aftermarket cooler for my previous build, which I was hoping to transfer over, but it's a dick. Like, when I first installed it on my old motherboard, it was incredibly difficult to get it on. It was like, forceful. Hella forceful, bad times. Pushing hard, feeling like I was going to break it, but I was like, I'm doing something wrong. It's nothing to do with this stupid piece of shit. It's me. I just don't know how to do it right. But no, it was a stupid piece of shit, as I came to realise when I was trying to put it on my new motherboard, and it wasn't going. Because it warped the fuck out of my motherboard when I first put it on. But I was like, I guess it's fine. And it did seem fine. Like, my temperatures were fine on my old PC. But yeah, I was, in my video I even specified that I was gonna get another heatsink, but fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Plus, but I haven't done it yet, because it looks like a bit of a hassle. It's like, oh jeez. And also, the longer I wait, the more, when I do get it, it feels like a legitimate upgrade, because I can then overclock my CPU, and it feels like magic all over again. So I will probably do that within the next month. Yep. I saw this video yesterday. All of the footage coming out at the moment from Battlefield 3 is very nice and good and exciting. What's very central to this is the fact it's all gameplay footage and it looks really fun. I'm not so psyched, well, I'm not really at all psyched on the single player mode, but multiplayer is gonna be it's gonna be good, I think. I have a good feeling. Well, basing on how it looks good. And I read a interview with a guy from DICE who was very reassuring indeed. Referred to the core audience in not just that manner, and in something that felt like more than just a lip service-y way. Well, it was. I'm sure. See, I'm excited. You can tell. So yeah, I'm really excited about Battlefield 3. I think it's going to be super fun. I probably will need to upgrade, although based on what was being used in that video, apparently it's not too hungry and will run nicely on affordable sort of hardware. I will need to upgrade, I don't doubt really, to have a good experience and not just feel like I'm a bit of a cripple child. So I haven't upgraded for a particular game, but when I upgrade, I do save games until I upgrade, so I haven't played Metro 2033, and I think there's a few others I haven't played, but like The Witcher 2, Red Orchestra 2, Battlefield 3, those are the main games that I feel are gonna fucking very much warrant to the point of undeniability and upgrade, and that's gonna be quite soon. So, yeesh. Excited though. Hey, where's all the hostility coming from? I know, I've got a good idea. Let's go and find a nice fire and sit around it, and maybe you can bring out the old harmonica and give us some tunes, and we can have some chats occasionally. Cozy, the coziest you could ever expect in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland. So I looked at your Steam and you played it for 1 hour. In the first hour, I think I was enjoying it. The thing with the game is that it's made a world that no other game really has, which is incredibly, I mean, I haven't played Fallout, but I still don't think it would do it as well because it's polished. There's a thing about Stalker that it's not incredibly polished. And that's what lends itself incredibly well to the environment that needs to be created, which is post-apocalyptic wasteland. Everything's so fucking desolate. It's just, oh man, just the world that it is amazing, and whenever I play it, I haven't played it for ages, but you just get sucked in, and it just feels so affecting and awesome, and everything feels just like you can't trust anything in the game. I really like it. I think it's awesome, but if you're not enjoying it now, you might not ever. Sucks to be you. I've re-asked myself this question. The sin, I've done it because I forgot to say some things. I'm running a mod on mine, or was running a mod on mine, the 2009 complete mod. I think they've brought out a new version of that, the 2012 mod, because they're ahead of us in time. And that sort of is a graphical overhaul and better textures and things like that, so it's very worth doing. But another thing, I heard someone in a podcast once, I can't remember which podcast, so I just direct you to it, but he was talking about, he put on a realism mod, or the realism mod on his Stalker, and that means you have to be at a camp at night, basically, otherwise you will die, and you sleep through the night because it's just a shit time to be alive. But he was very weak because he'd run out of food, and you need food to survive in that, with the realism mod. And no one was giving him any food, so he sort of watched someone from the shadows. He watched them by the fire, and then he waited until they went to bed, and then he followed them into their tent and killed them and stole their food and ate it. And I think a game that makes somebody do that and feel guilt for it as well is a pretty great game.